Welcome back to my channel. So here's the usual. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and also click on the notifications button, which is the little bell to the right of the subscribe button, so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Today's video is going to be about, I guess you call it do-it-yourself rice water. There's really not that much to it, but basically I've been hearing and reading a lot about the benefits of rice water, and I want to just note, when I say rice water, I actually mean fermented rice water, because that's the process that I'm going to use. A lot of people have been using it, like tribes from way back in the day or whatever, and like when you see those people with that real long hair down to the floor, or like in the Guinness Book of World Records or whatever, a lot of the times rice water is something that they use in order to increase their hair growth and retention. And so I usually don't like to jump on bandwagons. I know a lot of people have been experimenting with this, but after I read about it, number one, rice water doesn't seem to have any kind of bad effect to it, or nothing that could be, or anything that could be damaging. It also is very cheap to make, so I'm not losing out on anything by trying this. And so I'm not gonna show you like me actually putting it together, because I really can just tell you, because it's literally only a couple steps. And so all you need is like a jar or a bowl or something, and some rice and water, and that's pretty much it. Now I will tell you this, what I'm gonna do today is actually my second time using it. The first time I did the rice water treatment, I used just regular rice, like from the grocery store, like minute rice, or something like whatever it was, just rice you buy at a grocery store. And then after I was studying some more, a lot of people use organic rice, so that's what I'm actually gonna try today, and I'm gonna see if there's any difference at all. It doesn't matter if it's white rice or brown rice. I think you can even use jasmine rice. I think it just really doesn't matter as long as it's rice. And some of the benefits, one of the things is, after when you do the rice treatment, after you rinse it off, the rice still actually, or some of the residue actually stays on your hair, and so it protects your hair from damage. Also, fermented rice water is acidic, but after you rinse it off your hair, it actually makes your pH levels of your hair back how they're supposed to be, and it closes the cuticle. Also, in the fermented rice water, it's enriched with all kinds of like vitamins and minerals, just things that are really good for your hair. And people also use it on your skin, and I might try that later on. I'm not going to do that right now. But basically, another thing that I like about incorporating rice water is that most of the time when people are allergic or sensitive to a lot of things like I am, rice is one of the things that you're like never allergic to or sensitive to. So I know that this is not going to be harmful to my scalp at all. So that's another reason why I wanted to try it. But anyway, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. A lot of people are saying they've gotten like a lot of growth from using this and been able to retain their length. And so this is what I did. Basically, I just got a glass mason jar. I put a cup of rice and some water in it. And there's like recipes out there that say 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water, or 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, or whatever. It's really, that part of it is not that important. It's just, I would definitely go for a cup of rice, but the water part is not that important. I really didn't even measure. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Basically, just put the cup of rice in a mason jar if you have one, or you can even just use a bowl or whatever, but something that can be covered, or you'll have to cover it. And then just fill the water up so that it covers the rice, basically, is all you have to do. So I think this probably ended up maybe being 2 cups or a little less, maybe 1.5 cups or 1 3/4 cups or something like that. So I put the rice in here, I put the water in here. I just use regular tap water. I know some people say you got to use distilled water or whatever. From what I've been reading, it never says to do that. So I did that, closed it up, and just put it up in the cover and let it sit. Now, some people just let it sit for like 6 hours. Some say 24 hours, or some say just as long as you want to or whatever. I actually did it, let's see, it was about 72 hours. It's about 3 days that I let it sit, and there was no particular reason why I did that. I just, when I thought about it and I remembered to do it, I made it on a Wednesday, And so now a Wednesday morning, and now today is Saturday morning, and this is when I'm going to use it. So that's just how it turned out. And being that you're not sitting there doing anything with it, it just needs to sit. I mean, you might not just make it whenever you're in the kitchen and thinking about it, and then just let it sit till you're ready to use it. Really, this will probably actually be enough for 2 uses, but I haven't decided yet. I might just throw it out and make a new batch when I get ready to use this again. I don't know if this is something that I'm going to incorporate every week. But another thing is, a lot of people boil the rice water, and I chose not to do that for 2 reasons. I don't really know what the benefit that they think it's doing, or maybe it's making it ferment quicker or something. But for one reason, that just would take up more of my time. So if you don't need to boil it, why boil it? And the other thing is, I also read some people say that when you boil it, it's just taking away a lot of the nutrients. So it's kind of like no point. I know for a fact that a lot of things, when you heat it up or you boil it or something, you are burning away all the goodness out of it. So I didn't want to take that route. I'd rather just use plain old tap water and just let it sit and not have to be bothered with it anymore. So this is what it is right here. And so basically my hair is just freshly washed, and I haven't done anything else to it. Now, the order of steps of how you want to do it is kind of, you have to make that determination. I know some people say to wash your hair, condition your hair, and then do the rice water rinse or treatment. But most people I know wash their hair, do the rice water, and then condition if they decide to condition. And I'm going to take that route because I'm pretty positive that I'm going to want to condition my hair afterwards, because this, I remember the last time I did this, it made my hair feel really strong. And so it's not like it was hard and brittle, but I just wanted to put some more moisture back in it. I just always like to use something that's moisturizing anytime I wash my hair. So that's the way I did it. That's actually the way I recommend, so that if you wash it, you can make that determination. If the rice water did everything you needed to do, you don't need to go any further. But if you think you need like a moisturizing conditioner or something, then you can go ahead and do that. So anyway, without wasting any more time, I'm going to show you how I apply this to my hair. Okay, so some additional tools that you will need, the way I did do it is I use a spray bottle. And the reason why is because for this, it's easier to apply with a spray bottle. Some people just choose to use a big bowl and dip their hair over in the sink in the bowl, and then pour the rice water on there, and then take it back out and dip it again over the hair. To me, that's just too complicated. Other people just choose to take their hand and try to put the water on their hair. To me, that's messy and also too complicated. I think the spray bottle is the best option, or else just use like a color applicator bottle or something like that. It might be easy as well. So I'm just going to take the top off. Some people say that it, after it's fermented, oops, it stinks really bad. It smells, I mean, you can definitely tell it's fermented, but it's not like an overbearing, funky smell or anything. So anyway, the smell is not going to stay in your hair, so it really doesn't matter at this point. And then you also want a strainer, and you might want to use a bigger strainer than what I have right here. It just depends on how you do it. And then you also want a funnel so you can put it into the spray bottle. You see the way I'm doing it. There's easier ways to do this. I'm just trying to do it with the stuff that I already have in my bathroom. So, and trying not to make a mess, but there's easier, however you want to do it is fine, as long as you just get the same result. What you want, the nutrients are in the water, and that's what you want in the spray bottle. So now, like I said, I had already washed my hair, and I just sectioned it into 4 pieces, and I just gently finger detangled it. I didn't really detangle it at all because I don't like to do that until I do the conditioner part. So I'm gonna see if this does any detangling. It might. We'll see. So I'm just gonna take down each section one by one. And then so I'm basically gonna do the same steps for my entire head, and then I'm gonna cover it with a plastic hat. And you don't need to use heat or nothing. I've never heard anybody sitting under the dryer or anything like that, but I'm gonna let mine sit for 30 minutes. And some people only do it like 10 or 15 minutes. Like I said, some people just literally just rinse it, so they're not letting it sit on their hair at all. Some people do it an hour. You know, I guess the choice is just up to you, but I think 30 minutes will be sufficient for what I wanted to do. Okay, so there's two things that I forgot to say. I think I forgot to say them anyway. Before you put the water in the rice, rinse the rice off like in a strainer, because just whatever rice you use, you want to rinse off any dirt or any kind of impurities or anything like that. And then another thing I was going to say that I think I forgot to mention is that, like, as you guys probably saw, like in my spray bottle, I had probably like over half left. And so you can use it again, and you should put it in the refrigerator. But even with it being refrigerated, it'll only last 1 week. So I would say if I was going to do this every week, because I wash my hair every week, I would get like 2 uses out of it, and then I would have to make some more. So it's still, but it's cheap, so it really doesn't matter. So anyway, so here's the results. I let it sit on my hair with a plastic cap for 30 minutes, and then I rinsed it. You don't have to rinse it like a whole bunch and make sure anything's out, because you wouldn't know if it's out anyway, because it doesn't have really a color or anything. And so what I noticed right off, and this was the same when I used the non-organic rice, my hair just feels really, really strong. It feels like almost like I did like a hardcore protein treatment, like maybe not the Apogee one, not that hardcore, but like use some kind of protein treatment. It feels like really super strong. And normally when I rinse it anyway, like a lot doesn't fall out or anything like that, but it just, I don't know, it definitely feels different. Now I read and like I saw some YouTube videos where people saying their hair felt moisturized. I'm just gonna admit up front, my hair doesn't feel moisturized, but it feels very strong. It feels healthy, but for me, for part of my routine when I do this rice water, I'm definitely gonna deep condition with some kind of moisturizing deep conditioner. It doesn't feel dry, it just feels, it's really hard to explain. It feels really, really strong. And it does feel like it has some kind of coating on it. And I don't know, it's just because it feels strong and like because the cuticles are closed now, but it just definitely, I would recommend this for people who have like fine and limp hair and damaged hair. Definitely, I just brush it a little bit. Like I said, I finger detangle it a little bit, but not really that much. As you can see, nothing is in the brush, nothing's coming out. Still, like maybe there's like that. You guys probably can't even see that, like 2 little baby strands or whatever. That's like nothing. I only finger detangle it. So it does feel really healthy and stuff, but it's very, very strong. I definitely, if you have damaged hair, like you colored your hair or some color treated hair or bleached hair or something where if your hair is highly porous, or like you bleach your hair or something like that, I definitely recommend this, because I really feel like it has closed the cuticle in my hair. My hair is damaged. Like I said, it's way healthier than it has been before. It's actually pretty healthy right now, but just know my hair, like this is dyed dark brown. My hair was blonde, and I had bleached and everything, and it was like really, really damaged, and it's really getting back healthy. And this is, the rice water is something that I definitely would want to incorporate into my routine. Like I said, it's cheap, it's easy to make. You kind of just put the rice and water together and just forget about it till it's time to wash your hair. So yeah, I definitely think that it's something that would help with growth and retain your length. And also I have eczema on the back of my neck, and I put some of the rice water back there, and it did not irritate it at all. So that's another good thing. I would definitely encourage you to rub it into your scalp as well. And then I will say, as far as I can see, there was not, when I did this previously, which was like a couple weeks ago, my hair felt like this too from where maybe this feels a little bit better or something, but there's not that much difference between the organic and the regular rice. But I would say just go with the organic, because organic is probably better because it just doesn't have whatever they put in non-organic rice. So yeah, but it's inexpensive too. But yeah, I definitely will keep this into my routine and see what the results are maybe like in a couple of months. I am going to follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner and then just continue with my styling. If you like this video, or you think you're thinking about trying the rice water treatment, or if you have tried it, go ahead and comment, thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.